Hi, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Very well, thank you. And who are you?
I'm Sam Mack, Australia's 14th most popular TV weather presenter, and I'm standing here because there's glorious natural light.
Oh, look at you, you are glowing.
Thank you.
Where are we today?
Today we're at the Allianz Stadium, the brand new Allianz Stadium actually. It's been 4 years in the making and we're showing our viewers around live on Sunrise.
Awesome. So you said you're a news presenter. What does that mean you actually do?
Basically, I provide Australia with their weather, which is a very important part of everyone's day. They need to know, do they need to wear a jacket? Is it going to rain? So I pass on that important information. But just as importantly, we entertain. So every day is a different adventure. We travel the country, meeting interesting people, showcasing interesting things like a new stadium, for example, today, and we try to make it fun.
Awesome. Should we have a look around?
Yeah, let's go for a stroll. So as I mentioned, it's the brand new Allianz Stadium, and today we're trying to see as many different features as we can over the course of the next few hours.
And is that because you're a team member of Sunrise? Is that a national program?
Yes, I am the weatherman on Sunrise on Channel 7. It is a national show, so a big part of my job is to travel, to get to all parts of Australia, to share the interesting people and the great events that are going on. Actually, we'll head upstairs because we'll get a better view, so come with me.
Awesome. And as a weather presenter, what does that mean you do in a day? What does this typical day look like for you?
Well, it means walking backwards and talking to a camera, which is a skill that not everyone has mastered, but clearly it's one of mine. It's very smooth, as you can see. It means giving people their weather, and most importantly though for me, I think entertaining. Come on up. Entertaining, because when people wake up, they don't want to just hear the doom and gloom of the news, and sadly the news is often quite depressing. So I feel a big part of my duty is to do something silly, to have a bit of a laugh, and to showcase some great Aussie characters so that people start their day with a smile. I love that. If someone has a smile or a laugh at something we do, then we've done our job. Come on, all the way to the top.
And are most days the same for you?
No 2 days are the same. Every day is different because we want our viewers to get variety. And a big part of variety is going to places you've never been before, interviewing people you've never met before. And we're almost at the top. We're almost at the top of the brand new Allianz Stadium. You're going to get breathtaking views. It'll be worth it, trust me. I'm just going to have a seat here. I'm fine, I'm very fit.
You've earned it.
But here we go. This is the brand new Allianz Stadium in Sydney. It officially opens on Sunday, but we're showing it to you first.
Awesome. And how are the locations chosen for where you film from each day?
Just give me a moment. Well, the locations are chosen through a number of different techniques. For example, my producer, Sean Flynn, the human emoji, will often research and just find quirky, interesting events or groups that are around the country. Sometimes viewers will write in and say, hey Sam, you've got to come and check out my footy club. We've got lots of really fun characters and we've got a crazy mascot, and then suddenly we'll think, oh, this sounds like a good morning, and we'll do a bit of research and maybe even go there. Sometimes it's a sponsor commitment, but a big part of it is just having your eyes and ears open. In the last week alone, I have joined the Queensland Ballet for a morning. I've had a fight against a female boxing champion, she won. And I've also been to a llama farm where I was rejected for a kiss from a llama. So it's not your standard job, but I love it.
So it does sound like you do a lot of traveling. Do you have some weeks when you're in the studio?
Very rarely in the studio. My job is getting out. You know, I'm a man of the people. You know, Koshi, Nat, they're always behind that glass, that security wall. I'm out shaking hands, rubbing shoulders with the people.
I love that. Should we see another location?
Yeah, I've actually got to do another segment, guys. So just come with me. We'll head downstairs and we'll head on to the playing arena. Come along. Sorry. Got to get to the next segment. Sorry.
Hello again. So where
Hi.
are we now?
So right now we are just next to the field of play, so we can head on out and have a little sneak peek. Now this is pretty cool. You've joined us at a great point of the morning because we just had an interview with our Rugby Sevens girls who won the gold over at the Com Games in Birmingham. Good morning, ladies. They were fantastic. They're just here. They always wear their medals. I don't know, it's a weird thing they just do. Great to see you guys. We're going to have another segment with them pretty soon.
That's so exciting. It sounds like your job is just insane. Did you know you always wanted to be a presenter?
I did know that I always wanted to be a presenter. When I was at school, instead of doing a written assessment, I would, for some reason, even in year 7 and year 8, I would go to the teachers and say, can I make a video instead of doing a written assessment? So it was a really good way to start getting comfortable in front of the camera.
And where did you go from there? What was your first job?
I started in radio, what they call mid-dawn, so midnight to dawn, so overnight basically. This is while I was at uni, and I just pushed the buttons. So I pressed the button that would go, Triple M. I'd push those buttons. So it was a pretty important job to me at the time as a youngster, and I used that to start to get into, announcing and learning about production in radio. But I always knew that I wanted to do TV as well. I hosted my own community TV show when I was in Adelaide called Sam Mack's Single Bed, which was just my friends and I making 30 minutes of TV every week for community TV. And it was a really good way to learn the process of how to make a segment.
So what was the pathway from there? How did you go from Sam's Single Bed to Sunrise?
I sent copies of Sam Mack's Single Bed to producers around the country and to TV networks, and a lot of them didn't get back to me, and some of them did, and they gave me some feedback and said, work on this, try to do this style, and I just kept working at it and was very persistent. I got offered some work experience, and from there I just made contacts and kept working it. And I think that's a key that I pass on to people who are interested in a career like mine is, if you want to do TV or if you want to do radio or podcasts or news, with a mobile phone these days, you can make all the content you like. So that's a great starting point. You can make content every day. Even if nobody's watching it, it just gets you into the habit of feeling comfortable, presenting well.
What makes a great weather presenter?
Someone who is a good listener. Someone who is open to new ideas and has a genuine interest in people and finds a way to make other people shine. Most of the time, it's about the person that I'm interviewing or the stadium that I'm showcasing.
And where did you study?
I studied in Adelaide, at the University of Adelaide. I studied psychology. I did some media subjects. I didn't finish my degree, but I did two and a bit years of it. And by that point, I had full-time work in radio. So I decided to say goodbye to uni.
Well, I think from seeing you on the TV, we definitely think you made the right choice. Are there any common misconceptions about your job?
I think the biggest misconception about my job is that I only work from 5:30 to 9 a.m. I wish that was the case, but travel is a huge part of the job. The other misconception is that I'm an expert meteorologist. I'm not. I do know a little bit about weather. I know enough to make sure that we pass on the relevant information. And if there's an event like a flood or fires, then of course we make sure we study up because it's important life or death information. But 9 times out of 10, the weather is really quick and just telling people whether they need a jacket, is it going to rain, that kind of thing. And the focus certainly from my perspective is on making sure that we entertain our viewers and give them a fun start to the day.
That's really interesting. So does someone pass you like an iPad or something where you talk about the weather?
Yeah, my producer hands me the iPad, which has the weather on it, and it's very quick, and the viewers won't see that because while I'm reading that, the viewers will see a map of Australia on the screen, so they can see what the temperature's like in their neck of the woods, and that's how we do it.
Awesome. And one final question for you, which I'm sure will be an easy one. What do you love about your role?
There's so much that I love about my role. The unpredictability. Every day is different, every day is an adventure, and I love people. We meet fascinating people who are either good at what they do or really passionate about something. So that's contagious in the best possible way, and I love the honour to share their stories with Australia.
Well, we'd said the same about you. It's very contagious, so we love seeing that you love your job. But I think you've got to run to another cross now, so we'll let you go.
Yeah, I'm on in a few minutes. But thank you so much, guys. Mwah. See you out there. Stay strong. Walking backwards again. Professional. See you guys.